Look at that. Got this pot green in my house here. Anyways, just having a little fun. My name's Austin Zabak and welcome to this YouTube video. You probably saw in the title and the thumbnail, I'm retired obviously, right? By the age of 23, I'm standing here in my apartment right now. I know I live in an apartment, I do real estate. But in this quick video, by the way, you're gonna wanna watch this to the very end because super cool story of how I was able to retire by the age of 23. And not only, how I was able to retire, but how you can retire as well. A lot of people always ask me, Austin, how did you do what you did in such a short period of time? I'm not the smartest kid. I have a lisp, right? If you can hear, I have a lisp. I'm actually working on getting rid of that right now, but I'm not the smartest kid. I didn't get the best grades, right? How did you go and make all the money that you did, right? And then, I'm gonna break that down for you, what I was able to achieve, how you can achieve the same thing, and how money actually didn't make me any happier, but I was able to retire. So really quick, I'm standing here in my apartment, like I said, and you can follow me. I'm gonna sit down here in a second, but how I was able to retire, what I've achieved. So real quick, I'm 23 years old. My name's Austin Zabak. I'm in the nicest apartment building in the state of Arizona. Okay, I don't say that to brag or to boost. I say it because if I can do it, so can you. And I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do it, right? And exactly how I did it, okay? There's secrets to this thing, right? People are always like, Austin, what's the secret to success? Well, look, first of all, anybody that ever told you there was no secrets, they were lying to you, okay? I just want you to know that. There are secrets, okay? There's secrets to the formula of success, right? How do you retire by young age? By the way, also really quick, if you're older, okay, you're 30, 40, 50 years old, or maybe you're 19, right? It doesn't matter. The same principles and concepts that I'm about to talk about right here, right now, are going to apply to you as well, okay, no matter what your age is. So real quick, I was able to buy a Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4. I'll show you that on the screen right now. I was also able to buy an Audi R8, okay, I'll show you that up here on the screen, right? I've been able to travel the world, right? I was able to go to Bali, Indonesia. I was able to spend 23 million Indonesian dollars on a freaking table. I'll show you that real quick here on the screen and have a freaking blast. I was able to go to Australia, surf the Gold Coast. I'll show you that right here on the screen. I was able to buy a condo in Mexico, okay? I'll show you that right here on the screen, okay? Again, it's the nicest apartment complex in the state of Arizona. I've been able to do a lot more too, by the way. I've been able to travel really quick. People are always like, Austin, is it all about the money, right? Like, I see all these materialistic things. I see the cars, I see the lifestyle, I see the vacations, I see the watches and everything. And, people are always like, money doesn't make you happy. Really quick, I've also been able to travel to Nicaragua, places like Nicaragua, okay, down in, like the middle, I guess, what would that be called? South America, right? South America, sorry about that. I said I wasn't that smart, right? I'm not that good with geography, but South America, Nicaragua, I'll show you right here on the screen. I've been able to build houses for the less fortunate on my own dime, okay? I was able to build not only the house, but then myself go down there and actually build it, right? So I was able to pay for it and build it myself. Super cool, right? So it isn't all about the money for me. My goals now are to change the world, right? To help you achieve financial success. So let me show you really quick here in my apartment. By the way, this apartment's not finished, so kind of ignore the mess. But how was I able to do this, right? And really quick, before I draw this out for you and literally show you step by step what the secret is, first of all, I'm 23 now, but I've worked a lot of jobs in my life, right? Jobs, and there's nothing wrong with a job. Okay, if you're watching this right now, you have a job, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I want you to know is I've worked 19 jobs, okay, in my life, and so I know what it's like, right, to be a cook at a pizza place or to cook at Buffalo Wild Wings or to do road construction. I've done all that, right, to be on an assembly line building stuff, okay, I know what that's like too. And it wasn't always that I was able to live the lifestyle I'm living now, but what I'm about to show you will literally show you how I was able to do it and then how you're going to be able to do it too. So, first things first, guys, I got into something that they call wholesaling real estate, okay? So I'm gonna write that right here, what I was able to do, and that was sorry, I spelled that wrong, wholesaling real estate, okay? So I started out wholesaling real estate, and I started when I was 19, okay? So I'm 23 now, I've been wholesaling for about 4 years. And here's what wholesaling is. By the way, real quick, you'll see at the top of the screen, if I don't answer all your questions on what wholesaling is, I encourage you go watch that video real quick called Wholesaling and then come back to this video. I'm not gonna explain it in full detail because I've explained it in the past on my channel. So basically wholesaling is where you flip the paperwork, right, to a deal, to another investor or an end user, right? So basically what I was able to do is I was able to get into real estate. Again, guys, my drawing's not that good either, so I apologize. I was able to get into real estate with no money down. I was able to take control of a real estate deal. I learned that I was able to control real estate with no money. Okay, so once I had control of a deal, once I went out and I convinced a seller, okay, here's the seller right here, right? And I convinced her to let me control her real estate, okay? So now I have control of her real estate. Once I had control of her real estate, I turned on some marketing, okay? And I went out and I looked for some cash buyers, okay? Right here, here's a cash buyer. I know that guy doesn't look too happy. Let's make him look a little happier because he was happy when I sold him this deal, okay? So I was out looking for cash buyers. They were all really happy, and they all had 2 eyeballs, okay? And once I found the cash buyers that would buy this deal that I now control, by the way, I didn't own this deal, okay? I never owned the deal. I just took control of the deal, right? Hence the no money part, okay? It didn't cost me any money to get control because I never bought the deal, right? But I controlled it. So once I found cash buyers, I controlled this deal with a contract, okay? Here was the contract, and again, go watch my other video if any of this is confusing to you, but I'm gonna show you how I retired by 23. I controlled the deal with the contract. I then assigned that contract to these buyers for a profit, okay? Right there, I made a profit, just like that. It's literally that simple. You know, I convinced the seller to give me control of her deal, marketed it to a bunch of cash buyers, flipped the contract for a profit, okay? Now, here's what's crazy. At 19 years old, I cracked the code on this. By the way, it took me 9 months to close my first deal after I cracked the code on wholesaling, okay? But once I cracked the code, after 9 months, what I found out was if I could do this one time, why couldn't I do it 100 or 1,000, right? So what I did was I made this money, okay? I think I made $9,000 on my first deal, right? So I made $9,000 on my first deal, and I said, okay, what if I took $6,000 and I put it back into marketing, right, to find another seller just like Susie, okay, another seller. So I put $3,000 in my bank, right? I put $3K in Wells Fargo, okay. Here's Wells Fargo, right? So now I could live. I could buy food. I could buy, you know, I could live, right? I could buy clothes. I could put gas in my car. I took this other $6,000. I figured if I could do this once, I could do it again. Let's find another girl like Susie over here, okay? And what happened was I actually ended up finding 2 deals, okay, with that $6,000, right? So again, in the beginning, I didn't have any money, but once I closed a deal, now I have money to play with. I found 2 Susies. So now I got 2 Susies over here, right? And they're both really happy because they need to sell their property, right? They're getting a divorce, they lost the house, or they're about to lose the house, they inherited a property, whatever the reason is. I found 2 more Susies that had 1 house each, so now I had 2 houses. And what I did was I marketed again to the cash buyers, okay? So I found some more cash buyers. Again, excuse my drawing, these are happy freaking cash buyers because they're fired up because I'm about to give them some deals, right? Now what I did is I controlled 2 pieces of real estate, and I made another 20 grand, okay? So I made $20,000 right here. And I made a decision. I said, okay, if I can do it once and then 2 and 3 times, now I did this 3 times, now I have 20 grand, again, plus this original 3 grand that I put in the bank, I got $23,000, okay? I said, what if I put another 5,000 in Wells Fargo, okay? So now I got 8K in the bank, and I take 15,000, I spend it on marketing. By the way, you could put 10 in the bank and spend 10 on marketing. You could probably even put 15 in the bank and spend 5,000 on marketing. But I took the 15 and I went out and I found 5 more deals, okay? I found 5 more deals. Again, I didn't own any of them, right? I never bought any properties. I just took that money that I'd already made from up here and I bought, and I controlled more real estate, right? Through more contracts. I found a bunch more cash buyers and I ended up making $50,000, okay? $50,000. And here's the thing, I kept doing this, okay? I decided that if I could do it once, I could do it twice, I could do it 20 times, I could do it 100 times, right? Leveraging the power of real estate, okay? So leveraging the power that I had to control a piece of paper, right? To control this document. That I never actually bought any real estate, right? Now I buy real estate, okay? But in the beginning, you're watching this, you're like, man, I can't afford to go out and buy real estate, right? You see HGTV, you see all these TV shows, and maybe you're older, maybe you're younger, it doesn't really matter. And you're like, you know, real estate costs a lot of money to get into because I gotta fix and flip it, I gotta do the repairs, I gotta deal with tenants, you're gonna get a phone call at midnight because the toilet's broken. We've all heard that, right? And I didn't, I didn't know how to do any of that, nor did I have the money. So I found wholesaling, and wholesaling allowed me to get the money so I could go do the way, real estate the way that all these people were doing it on TV, which I do now, by the way. Now I own multiple different real estate companies, but it wasn't always that way, right? I learned as I earned, okay? I'll say that again. I learned as I earned, and I encourage you to do the exact same thing. So go out, watch this wholesaling video, understand what wholesaling is, and then take the fire, ready, aim mentality, right? You don't have to know everything about everything. You don't need to buy 100 courses, okay? You can fail forward a little bit until you get the money to go buy yourself some actual real estate. Now you can have tenants, right? You can do fix and flips like they do on HGTV. You can do all sorts of stuff. Look, there's 100 different avenues in real estate, okay? Wholesaling is just one of them, right? Wholesaling is just one of them. So I encourage you to start wholesaling to allow you to get into the one of the other 100 different avenues in real estate, right? Development real estate, commercial real estate, fix and flip real estate, buy and hold real estate, creative real estate deal structure. Maybe you're doing subject twos or carrybacks, right? Or maybe you're doing big apartment buildings, who knows? But the key here is to start here with no money down, right? Because you're watching this, you don't have any money. So that's what you have to do. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? It doesn't matter how old or young you are, you can go out and do exactly what I've done. Once you do it once, you can do it 100 times, right? It's the same process done over and over and over again, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this style video. Drop in the comment section down below if you did. If you liked the video, let me know what you'd like to see on my next video, okay? I'm happy to make it for you as we grow this YouTube channel, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.